Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy and I'm going to help you become a dentist. So this video is going to be a timeline of what you should be doing on your way to dental school. And of course, I'll get to the question of when exactly you should be applying to dental school. If you are a college student right now, whichever step you are in your journey, I'm here to help you and help you figure out when you can and when you should apply to dental school. We're going to start with freshman year. So freshman year, you should be shadowing, getting that experience. You should also be volunteering, just getting involved in school. Most importantly, you should be taking your prerequisite courses. So these are classes that dental schools say you have to take this class in order to be a dental student here. All the lists are there. All you have to do is go on any dental school's website to their admissions area, and they will tell you exactly what courses that they require for their students. Your freshman year, you should also look for and join either a pre-dental society or a pre-health society at your university. If your school doesn't have one, then look around, see if there's a neighboring one, a college nearby that you can join. And if not, look for groups online. The last thing you should be doing in your freshman year is during the summer, you should be going to a pre-dental program. So there's one called SHPEP. That one is run by ADEA, the American Dental Education Association. And, ooh, that was a lot of words. That program, SHPEP, it is hosted all over the country at different schools. And it's a really great exposure to dentistry, to dental school, and just to help you along the way. If you don't get into a summer program, or even if you do and you still have some extra time, I would highly recommend looking into some summer courses to help you knock out those prereq courses. Because if you don't want to be a bio major, then you are not just going to happen to knock out all of those prereq classes. You're gonna have to go above and beyond. You're gonna have to take 18, sometimes maybe even 20 hours a semester, and 12 is the minimum to be a full-time student. But there were definitely times in my undergraduate career when I was taking 18, 19, 20 classes or hours at a time, because that's what I had to do in order to get everything done on time. Sophomore year, okay, here we go. We're in it now. We know we want to become a dentist. So what are we doing? We're still taking those prereq classes. It's a lot, but it's not so much that, you know, you're going to have to do an extra year of school, because you don't have to do that. Keep taking your prereqs, really utilize your summers. I cannot stress this enough. Like, I was able to use my summers well enough to where I took off a whole semester and I went to Barcelona just to frolic in Europe. Like, you can do it too. It's not impossible. I played volleyball. I went to Barcelona. Like, I did everything while I was an undergrad student, and you can too if you play the game correctly. You're going to keep on shadowing, keep volunteering, see if you can get involved in any research on your campus. Like, just, you know, hang around the chemistry department, whatever department that interests you, physics, biochemistry, biochem, I don't know. If you like it, go ask about it and go get involved. This is going to make you a more competitive applicant. So if you would just have your classes, you have your numbers, and you're in the books, that's great, but that doesn't really make you interesting. So I would definitely say branch out, learn a few things, and just build up your resume. During your sophomore year, you should also start saving, because applying to dental school is expensive. You have to take the DAT, the dental admissions test, and that is not a cheap test. And what's even more expensive is actually the applications. And you can ask around for fee waivers, but chances are you're probably not going to get them. So you're just going to be forking over, I would say, set aside like $3,000 just for applying to dental school. I know it's a lot, but this is an expensive process, sorry. Now we are to your sophomore year summer. Again, take your prerequisite classes. You have to do this. If you are just using your summer to go hang out at the beach with your friends, great, but I would try and get in a community college, see if those credits will transfer for dental school. Sometimes they don't like to take community college. I was here in Houston, so I went to TSU, which is a fantastic HBCU. Go Tigers. And also, another thing, while you're taking these prereq classes, don't just be like, ah, another one done. I don't have to remember any of this, because that is not true, okay? Those prereq classes, you're taking them for a reason, okay? So that bio you're taking, you're going to have to spit it back out on the DAT, and then spit it back out once you get into dental school. The orgo, the chem, the physics, like, it's all going to come back to bite you if you don't pay attention right now. Okay, now we're on to our junior year. By junior year, you should know that you want to be a dentist. If you don't, please make sure you're still shadowing, but you should also still be shadowing anyway. Also, you should be volunteering, just still building up your resume. You can't just look like a one-dimensional student. So make sure you are well-rounded, you are an actual person, you can carry a conversation. If they ask you, what do you like to do outside of school? Make sure you have an answer for that. During your junior year, you should also still be saving your money. I'm telling y'all, you don't want to be worried about the money when it comes to applying to school. Like honestly, applying to dental school is the easiest part of dental school. It is the cheapest part of dental school and becoming a dentist. I know it's terrible to say, but these are just the facts. I don't know how else to put it for y'all. Make sure you're in the pre-dental association, maybe take a leadership role. You're not just in these organizations, you're holding positions, you are actually being impactful while you are there. If you're doing research, lean into it, ask more questions, maybe join a different research project. I don't know. During your junior year, this is also super important because this is the time when you're going to start to figure out, where do I want to go to dental school? And then you should build your application or your list of schools to apply to while you're a junior as well. So which schools do I want to go to? What are the specific prereqs for these? Because some schools require things that other schools don't. You don't want to be stuck trying to hurry up and take classes this summer before you start dental school. During your junior year, you're also going to want to figure out when you're going to take your DAT. So as previously mentioned, the DAT is the dental admissions test, and you have to take it in order to get into dental school. So I personally recommend taking it between January and May of the year you apply to dental school. So if I'm applying in 2024, I want to take my DAT January all the way through May. And here's the thing. So I recommend taking it so early because if you don't like your score or you feel like your score is not competitive, or if it actually isn't, you need time to study again and take it again. Yeah, so if you don't like your score, you have to wait 90 days between your first test date and your next test date. So just know that. Ideally, you only take it once. Again, this is an expensive test, and I don't want y'all throwing money out the window. You don't take it one time just to see how it is. That's not what this test is, and I don't recommend that. So really study, give it time. I would probably say like a good 2-3 dedicated months of studying in order to be competitive and like actually do your best on it. For me, I took my DAT in August of the year I applied, and that was late, okay? Would not recommend it. I took it a few days before Hurricane Harvey. I guess, I don't know when that was. It was in 2017 sometime. But ideally, I would have taken it either the spring break of my junior year or the summer, like right into the summer of my junior year. And then applied, gone study abroad, and then waited on my interviews. I want y'all to do better than me. Like, please do better than me. That's why I'm sitting here telling y'all this information, because I did have a lot of guidance. And I can't imagine where I would have been if I didn't have a lot of guidance, because I was doing things wrong anyway. In your junior year summer, this is the time when you are supposed to be applying to dental school. So I was in a pre-dental summer program. In that pre-dental program, they were prepping us, gearing us up to take the DAT and to apply to dental school that year. And I feel like it was a great program, but it was really rushed because it was like, study, take the DAT, apply, all right now. And I'm like, I could do that, and I did do that. However, it was stressful, and if I could have just spaced it out, given myself more time, it would have been just more easeful. And I want that for y'all, okay? I want that for me too, but I already didn't do it, so. Okay, pause. If you are getting any value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss a single video from me. Okay, let's get back to it. Senior year, here we are, y'all. If you have not already submitted your application by the time you start your senior year, why not? Why not? The application opened in June, okay? It's August, it's September now. Like, what are we waiting on? And no, you do not have to take all of your prerequisite classes, and you don't have to already have your DAT score to apply to school. You can apply and still let them know on your application, I plan to take the DAT on this date. I plan to take my biochem class in the spring of my senior year. Like, it doesn't all have to be done for you to apply. You do need to make sure that your DAT is done early. Like, I don't recommend waiting on that. Just don't do it. So I take it back. That should be done by the time you apply, but it doesn't have to be. But your prereq classes, like if you have 1 or 2 that you still have to take, that's okay. Just submit your application. There's a space on your application for them to know she plans on taking it in the spring of her senior year. we're good. As long as it's done before you start school, there will be no issues. Also, a side note about that, if you are worried that you are not going to be able to get your A or your B in that prereq class, when you apply to dental school, you're gonna see your GPAs. You have 2 GPAs, your all around, or maybe your non-science and your science GPA. So if you're worried about tanking your GPA because of this class, just wait to take it. Just make sure that you can pass it, okay? Like if you think you might have to take a class twice, take the class twice, take it a little bit earlier, okay? But if you are like, I can get this done, but I'm worried about my grade, just take it later, because that grade will never be factored in to your dental school application. As long as you pass it with the C or better, you're good to go, okay? Senior year, have fun. That's what you should be doing your senior year. Have fun, go on your interviews. Your application should be done, submitted by August, September at the very latest, because interview invites start going out in August. For dental school, admissions are done on a rolling basis. The first set of acceptances go out on December 1st, or right around December 1st, and you want to be in that first group, because that means there are more spots available, less people have said yes to the school already. Like, your chances are better of getting in, so why not submit your application earlier? And the sooner you submit it, the sooner you don't have to worry about it anymore, because if you're watching this video, you're probably a little worried about, oh, when am I going to apply to dental school? When am I going to get everything put together and submitted? Like, I'm telling y'all, it's so important to get it done early. I didn't do it early. I submitted mine in October. September, October, that's crazy. Especially for the Texas schools, because they are so competitive. I submitted mine on the very last day. That was crazy. I don't recommend that. Like, Past Joy was out of her mind, but it all worked out for her, so... Again, senior year, go on your interviews, enjoy your friends, enjoy your life pre-dental school, because once school starts, it's gonna suck. I'm sorry. It's a sinking boat, but we're all on it together. Your friends will be there. Your new friends from dental school will be there. And at the end of that ride, you will be a dentist. Yay! Last thing you need to do during your senior year, make sure you pass those prereqs and save your money. Save your money, because dental school is expensive. You're gonna get there and they're gonna be like, okay, buy these $1,500 glasses. Okay, you're here. Now buy this $2,000 packet of teeth and instruments so that you can learn how to work on real people's teeth after you work on these plastic teeth. But it's just like so many not unexpected costs, but just additional costs that you're gonna have to pay for, and you're gonna have to pay for it right away. So I want y'all to be prepared for that. Also, I don't know, because we're still in COVID times, but if interviews are in person again and they actually require you to fly to them, to drive to them, you're also gonna need to start saving for that. The hotels, the transportation, like all of that is gonna be on you, and it's just a part of the process, unfortunately. And so if you are a undergrad student, that is your answer. I hope I answered it. You should apply to dental school this summer of your junior year. If you are done with college already and you've decided, I'm gonna be a dentist, that's great too. No worries, whether you are 1 year out or you are 3 years out of school. I don't care, steps are still the same. So first things first, you're gonna make sure you have what? Your prereq classes. Gotta have them done, you need them done. They don't have to be all the way done, but they should be pretty close to done by the time you are applying. Make sure you are shadowing. Make sure you have somebody who can write good letters of recommendation for you so that you can, vouch for this time that you haven't been in school. What have you been doing with your time? Why is it valuable? Why are you going to be a valuable asset to the school? Just make sure you're interesting, Step 3 is save. Save, I said that already, but keep saving your monies, your coins, because applying to dental school is still going to be expensive. If you are not in college already, you probably have a life. You're probably a real adult, and you're going to have to go back to school where you're not making any money. Working part-time while in school is really not feasible. If you can do it, kudos to you, but I've seen lots of people have to drop out, either they drop their jobs. Like, being an employee to somebody's company while you're in school is probably not going to work out. So I just encourage y'all to save while you have the ability to make an income. Or take the DAT when you're ready, okay? Take the DAT when you're ready. So study up, make sure you're taking your practice test, you have scores that you're proud of, and that you feel confident walking into the Prometric testing place with, okay? Because again, The DAT is expensive and I don't want y'all wasting your money. So again, preferably January through May of the year you apply. If I was going to apply this coming cycle, so 2023, let's pretend that. I'm gonna apply in 2023 in the summer, late summer. I want to take my DAT either from January all the way through May. Like I would give, that's a good time span for you to take it in. Because if you do need to retake it, you do have to wait 90 days. Take the DAT when you feel ready, but don't wait too late. And then next, you're going to apply to dental school. I just don't want y'all to have to worry about studying for the DAT and taking it and applying to dental school all at one time, because that is just stress and you don't have to do it that way. Like just study early, take it early. Now put your application together, write your essays, get your letters of recommendation. Go on your interviews. Don't be worried about all the things all at once. You should just take it step by step. Really make it easy for yourself. And I think that's it. But yes, that's the answer to the question. You should apply to dental school once most of your prereqs are taken. You've taken the DAT and you have enough coins to give them in hopes that you get into school. Best of luck to everybody applying this cycle. I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to call y'all doctor. And that's it.